Hello. Why is it when I'm always in bed? I mean, to be fair, I'm falling asleep right now, but still, anyway. The thing, it's not like I'm intentionally doing it when you're going to bed. I'm actually in a stream for once. I'm gonna try to stay. Nice. Hello, Cloud Chew. I've delayed this Archon quest for so long because it's not gonna be easy from what I've heard. Well, it's not easy definitely for like when you're like at the highest AR, but it should be easier because I'm only, what's it called? AR 45. So it should be easier for me, but I am still a bit nervous because I think I've heard that there's a type of enemy which I really hate fighting. So I built my characters before. That's why it took so long, because I was building them all. My team used to be like Noelle, Bennett, Zhongli, and Goro, but I switched it to be replacing Zhongli and Goro with Zhangling and Kachina. So I had to level them up. I had well, no, she already had her weapon maxed out. I had to did I not upgrade his? Okay, well that's a bit unfortunate. I thought I did. I for some reason recall me doing that, but I see that I in fact did not. It's fine. He didn't need that upgrade. I don't know why. I literally was checking earlier and I like, yeah, that's definitely 80 out of 80. Okay, I don't know how to read apparently. I hallucinated like everything, I guess. I had to do, oh my god, the artifact grinding. It was horrible. My artifacts are kind of bad, but I just needed them to be on set with a good main stat. So like Noelle is on Husk. I have her, well obviously you can't change the feather and the flower. She has like a defense stance because she scales on defense. Geo damage because her burst is a bunch of geo damage obviously, so I wanted it to be a bit stronger. And a bit of crit rate so that she can maybe get occasionally some bigger damage on enemies. I have Bennett on Noblesse because yes, it's just a good artifact set for him. Energy recharge considering his burst is the buffer for like the team. HP to because he can heal you, and considering one of the enemies drains HP even though you have a shield from what I heard. We're gonna need some healing. And then a healing bonus to help with that healing. Hopefully it will be enough. If not, I do have the NRE, I think it's called, so I can just consume food and heal that way. Zhangling I have on Emblem because her burst is supposed to do a bunch of damage and she needs extra ER because she sucks at getting particles. So like more ER because she needs so much pyro damage because her burst is doing a bunch of pyro damage at a time. And crit damage, typically you should be doing like crit rate, but like I have her on the cache and I hope that the crit rate can save, but maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. I'm starting to doubt myself. Ooh. It's fine. It's fine. And I have Kachina on the new Natlan set, so that since we have 2 Pyro and 2 Geo, the reactions will always be like Pyro Geo crystallize, so that means both Zhangling's burst will do more damage and Noelle's burst would also do more damage. And Kachina's skill, I guess. Defense, she's skilled on defense as well. Geo damage just because, yes, we need damage. And crit rate. It's not really necessary, but maybe I'll be lucky and get a bit of extra damage. Obviously, a C6 Noelle, so that's why she's very strong. Bennett C5. I didn't want to do the C6 because people always seem so scary when you have a C6 Bennett. Zhangling C5. This one is not as necessary, so it's fine. I don't have it. I just needed C4, honestly, so that's good. Kachina, unfortunately, it's only like I only got her from the Archon quest, so she has no, what's it called? Constellations? I would have really liked to have her. Which constellation was it that I really want of hers? C2, I think, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I would have really liked her C2 so that she could have a more higher uptime or a duration of her skill. But oh well, it's not necessary. Talent-wise, hello, Zay. Wait? Wait for what? Didn't you do Act 3? No, I did Act 1 and Act 2. This is gonna be Act 3. Oh, yeah, no, this is a different, what's it called? Nation. Yeah, no, I think you were thinking about Fontaine, right? Yeah. No, don't worry. I did them pretty, like, close together, like, all the Archon quests, so it's understandable. Obviously, I got locked out of some talents being upgraded because of weekly bosses. There was just nothing I could do about that. Her burst is luckily maxed out. But these I didn't get to upgrade with the boss drops, the weekly ones. Bennett, same thing. He at least got his burst fully maxed out. You don't really need to upgrade his basic attack or skill, so it's fine. You only really use the skill for particles, so. Zhangling said she also needed the Divalent teeth and the prior, not Divalent teeth, these are claws. Yeah, dang. I didn't get to upgrade her burst at all, which is unfortunate, but Noelle's took priority. Kachina, I have to save these for a different character for when they eventually rerun, so unfortunately she has to stay at talent level 6. This is totally gonna be fine, but we can do a mini showcase before we, what's it called? Go into the traumatizing battle. Of course, we are going to bully my favorite boss.
Someone needs assistance.
We are going to demolish this boss, and we will defeat them in such a quick amount of time. They will cry.
Clear the area! Eat this! Everybody stand back! As a dutiful maid would, steady as stone. Ha!
Let's go. Okay, poor Katrina has no energy, but nice. How much time? It's basically 1, so it's gonna be at 10. And I'll deal with that off stream. It's not gonna take that long. But I am gonna get Katrina's burst now because I don't know when the hard part's gonna happen. And so I would rather make sure I have it prepared ahead of time instead of after. Okay. It's in the shield. Dang. I didn't time that correctly. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's see. Okay, well, actually, we're gonna do that really quick because otherwise I'm gonna forget and cry that I forgot to collect Primo Gems.
Add astro. Thank you for
This is unfair. Wait, we're gonna do focused mode to not get destroyed by other quests. And I hope, I don't think I had anything, but it could be this that gets, yeah, this might have interfered with it. Okay. I don't want to do this. Okay, so for luck, we shall do a 10 pull before and to reward ourselves for doing this quest, we're gonna do another 10 pull after the quest. How is this gonna go? Oh! I mean, I won't say no. I wanted Constellations of Gami. I would have preferred Kaveh, honestly, because I have less. But, not a bad thing. I quite approve. I mean, I don't really have a character at the moment that really needs it. But, nice. Surely that means good things will be happening. What's a C6? Yeah, no, that's kind of necessary. Oh well, one day. I don't want to do this. Oh, wow, I actually never like came this side. Oh, this is so cute. Unfortunately, it's not Natlan. You cannot dive in this water. Oh wow, I can't believe I've never seen this. I'm blind. Oh wait, no, it's because I went through the middle and then climbed over the wall. I'm not very smart. Oh. Okay. Okay, let me think about this. How do I say this? So, this quest is going to be a very stressful quest at a certain part because it will be your time of how long things will take will be monitored based on how long you take in each fight, and when you are going onto the map itself to go to a different location, and they affect an outcome. Technically it doesn't affect the overall story, but like you still want to get like a good score, so I might focus in too much and not see what you guys are saying until like way later. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but that is a possibility with this. What's it called? With this quest. There I do see that there are in the stressful parts times where you can interact with the characters, and I never found out if that affects like the time in the overall score, so I am gonna maybe be skipping those. If you want to see, I'm gonna have to also go on YouTube later to see what they said, but I'm not risking my own score for this. And another thing is, in this quest, there are 2 people who do not have their voices due to the strike. Everyone else does have a voice because that they recorded their lines before the strike started. So it is gonna be in English, and we will just deal with those 2 characters not having a voice. Yeah. Let me see. What else do I need to do? If I do bad in this quest, I will be devastated considering I delayed this stream so long. because I was scared of doing bad. Okay, I gotta stop delaying. It's either now or never. And plus I still want the extra Primo Gems. Yes, it's like a push because the update's coming, and if I don't do it in time, then I'm not gonna get the...
Whenever.
Oh god. These extra Primo Gems, yeah, that is kind of like the only reason why I'm doing this. Did I do this? I did just for the Primo Gems anyway. Okay, we shall start. We shall win. We shall succeed.
I'll be there. I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much. Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions? Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Oh wow.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
Everything is gonna explode because we're taking a rest.
So that's the plan! Whew, we can finally stop and take a break!
But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over. But the less work we take, the less we'll earn. Dang.
Paimon knows that! It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing! The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later. Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. And as we can see here, Kachina is one of the voices that does not, in fact, have a voice in this quest. Is that cat? I can't say it. It's just horrible. Is that the traveler in Paimon? Hello, hello.
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Hehe. Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt to do her actual voice. We're just reading what she says. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. But don't push yourself too hard. You are a child. And you do act like it, but to be fair, again, you are a child. I'll do my best and also make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want to do is add to your work. Oh, by the way, Shilonen told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set up and we can head over whenever we're ready. Whenever we're ready, excuse me, we can head over by ourselves. We don't need you. We don't need me to voice you this entire time, so please don't stay with us.
Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Technically, I've done the event where we meet Shilonen there, so sorry Paimon. Paimon has already happened. Shilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new fun and... I don't know how I managed to switch new and fun, or I think I merged them? Okay, but also all sorts of new and fun things. God, why? Why? She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention. Thank you, Car. Then we should properly thank her when we meet. Katrina! Well, I've already signed up as... Okay, thank you, Car. I know you want to voice Kachina, but this is not the time. And then throwing a tantrum when I said no, shaking my head. I think they heard me. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so I can... Wait, so all I have to do now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we could go see Shilonen together. No! Kachina, please! I'm not made to speak out lines. I would turn you away. That sounded really mean. It's already said. I'm not gonna take it back. She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. Yeah. God. I have Kachina in my team, but do know I only have her in my team because she's a good buffer for my Noelle. I don't actually like the character Kachina, but I like Noelle so much that I will have Kachina in the team purely to help her. Ooh, on second thought, maybe I'll find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. You know what? Yes, go ahead and do that. Look at them. They're so happy right now, and it's not gonna last. I've heard something. Oh, gosh, she did come with us. Why? Shilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. Oh my god. He's super amazing, and I've already learned, I already learned tons of stuff from him. I can vouch he's really worthy of a hero's name. Hello, Fern. Why are you here? And giving attitude with that period. Shaking my head.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
She's like, excuse me.
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
She's about to flip. She's gonna go and saying that she has to forge ancient names for people who are not from that land.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Oh. Like, Outlander? Like, from the world she knows? Or, oh. No, she probably means that, like, oh yeah, travelers that are from Natlan who go out into other nations, right? That's what she was assuming, but she didn't assume that it was like, no, we just came to Natlan, right? Surely she doesn't know that we are not even from this world, right? Alright, yeah, no, it was like that. I don't like voice Genshin, please. Huh, you're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound.
Okay, so she doesn't know the other use of the term of Outlander. Okay, that makes sense.
And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills.
Dang. Wow. God, I really want to drink Coke. I have an addiction to it, and I indulge.
But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Not the Roblox Christmas skin. Are you upset? Why are you stuttering?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. I had a teacher once with a severe coke addiction. He refused to drink it because at one point he could drink like 3 big gulps of it a day, and he had to quit cold turkey. I don't know. I mean, it's just so good. Oh, Genshin bleeds. Why was these weak? Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook. It felt like they could really do anything. I did not read that correctly. That's fine. He also wore a kilt and played the bagpipes one random day. Your teacher is unique.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
No, I have done good deeds here in Natlan. I have, what's it called? Put pins into the ground that hold off the abyss. I have done a trial with a cursed Saurian and succeeded when literally everyone else has died doing that trial. What did I do? I saved the fruit for a boss for the Scions of the Canopy. I have done good things. How dare you? My dad used to work for Coke too. Like most of my childhood, he drove semi-locally for them, and now he works for USPS, also driving a big semi-truck for them. God, I want Coke more now. We actually started talking about it, and now I want it more. It's like, it's like so delicious. Please.
Yeah, that's right.
A traveler, how dare you? Forgetting all we've done in Natlan, shaking my head. I missed his insurance. Turning 26 is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Oh no.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
Okay, well, you could have started with that. Shaking my head.
Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the wild can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyatt don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Well, yeah, that's why they're so upheld by the people. Because, you know, they're rare.
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
You win.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby. Dang.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of our plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Dang, not her saying, like, originally I thought it was like her saying my skills are kind of bad, and now it's saying, oh dang, my skills are actually way better than she thought. but he makes way more money now, so I'm so I'm campaigning for my childhood dream doll for Christmas this year. Yes, get the doll.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's how she and the Archon trust each other. Ah, Kachina! Oh my god, why do you speak so much? Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right? I can't believe Genshin hasn't made branded dolls for their characters. They're cute. Their clothes are so cute. But since they're so complicated, I guess that's why they're like, that would be really annoying to do. Yeah, no, the only things that, like, doll-wise, they do are, like, plushies of, like, animal versions of characters. They are cute.
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
Let's knock on the obsidian, like, hello. Please acknowledge us. Please.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her.
Surely that's acknowledge me. No, it really isn't.
If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to?
Well, what do you have for a better idea? Dang. Just shutting it down instead of actually, like, giving an answer.
Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Oh, the audacity. Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab? I think if anything, since there's only like 3 tribes that you can visit at the current time, they're just gonna say no, you only need 3 probably. Did I say this? Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Eatstali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name.
Kachina, why did you nod like you knew that? Like you were there to watch us do that. Shaking my head.
A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. Paimon's sure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us. We did break her device.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into 2.
Huh? Yeah. Not her being so in shock. She is about to destroy the entire world.
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
I just want Pyro Traveler. I just like kind of like re-looked at him and like, Dendro Traveler. This is sad. Oh, fine. Oh, let's ask Nietzsche to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation is already a familiar face to her. Wait, Kanichi also doesn't have a voice. Are you gonna tell me I'm gonna voice two of these characters at the same time? That was very rude.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Alright, Kanichi is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great, then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Wait, actually, can we, is she still there? Can we, like, get, like, an extra dialogue? I think we were standing here. Okay, no, she's gone. Rude. Yeah, no. I tried and I failed. We are gonna have to voice like two characters. Technically three if we ever have a response. Okay. We meet again. Katrina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Night Wind and convince Chitali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Speaker's Stone and offer her an apology in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanichi. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright, we're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Yes. Why do you think we're doing this whole thing with the ancient name? Because we all saw a hero of the past materialize right before our eyes, and then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain from the Stadium of the Sacred Fire. Flame! Sorry. I don't know why I said fire. His name is Auron, and he hails from the Masters of the Night Wind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Chitali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
See, Lolly knows him too?
That's right, Auron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Night Wind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auron, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
That's right. And so, in that sense, Auron and Satalia actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Lali could be the first one to notice Auron's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auron joined the Fatui voluntarily or if he was coerced. Satalia is also probably... Wait, why did I say... Oh my god. Let me retry this. I'm not made to be speaking aloud. It's really a problem. Satalia is probably eager to prove that Auron hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Roran and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you are all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Satalia is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auron situation. Good idea. This way we can get two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirits.
Shh, that wasn't us. That was the guy who we had to try to find Kachina's name.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Lali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
God, I want to check Cook so bad. Take care out there, Kaniche. I'll be heading back as well. There's still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
The day after tomorrow. Dang, okay. I mean, that's a day after tomorrow. You know, just casually having the pyramid, or what is it called? Something of King Deshret, the Maliseum. I'm actually really impressed that I was actually able to remember the name. Hehe. Okay.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Actually, with a statue, it's probably faster. Oh, I didn't even see the rope. I'm blind.
Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Lali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is we need to go to there and, break down her door and just take her. That sounded wrong. No.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kaniche a response? Guess she really does have quite an ego then.
It's just like Madame Farah was on. You just gotta appeal to her ego. Then everything works out.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Wind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go! Someone needs assistance. Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
I wonder what kind of drinks these are, because, like, why are they so vibrant? At least the purple one. I can understand, like, this could be, like, Fanta. These, radioactive.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
And then she says that, and then is like, why should we help you to Venti, even though she fully knew he was the animal Archon.
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with.
Wow.
Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous?
Of course. Paimon would say that in earshot of her. Only Paimon would literally do that.
You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know.
Paimon, please, be quiet.
If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Paimon, you're dooming us all.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Huh.
Wait, your seat, Lolly? Your Granny Eatstily?
Very much like Farazan, I think.
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
It's definitely not because you don't look your age. Again, we know Farazan, who's 100 years old, looks like she's like a young adult. It's more for the fact that she appeared out of nowhere. I think that's why they're doing the faces, huh?
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
Oh! Well. She's young, she's not even old. Wow. I thought it was like a situation with Farazan, but I guess not. And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out?
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
Oh, Paimon, you're not supposed to ask people their age. We're gonna get demolished.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Yeah.
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that Your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
That is such a Madame Parazon home as well. And they would get along, or they would detest each other. There's no in between.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
Oh, okay, you know what? Now I'm hearing it. Okay, so there's like a thing where people were said, I've seen TikToks about this, but like not like the overall story, where there was like someone losing their mind over any word that was being pronounced with an S, and it's because the mic is kind of like giving off like a glitchy thing whenever she has, like whenever she said a word that started with an S or has an S. It just gets like a bit weird, the audio. Okay, so that, okay, I heard it and now I understand what they meant.
But, of course,
It's like glitchy right there.
it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology.
Oh wow.
Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
We didn't say anything. That was all Paimon.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Why is this so full? I feel like there should be some space. The child was like, oh.
Huh? What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh, or am I even more rude not to laugh? Or having a mental breakdown over this.
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mauika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first.
That didn't match what was said here, but that's fine.
And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
What do you mean? I suppose I'll call you Traveler for now. Everyone calls me the Traveler. Which is a bit dehumanizing, but like, don't worry, it's fine. Oh. Oh my. She gonna say that we're not even from this world? That would be funny.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds.
Quite literally.
A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest, will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me? What was all of that supposed to mean? Lol, just looking at everything, realizing Jay said you were streaming. Meanwhile, I was just watching and doing stuff. Also ordered Taco Bell. Hopefully it's good and nothing in the order got messed up.
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night.
No, don't. Oh no.
Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo!
Did you just... What did you do?
Ah, that should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body.
Bruh.
No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Not her just saying, yeah, you just casually had ghosts following you around. Who were like just clinging onto you. Dang.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
The face.
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
You had an eventful day. Let me have a good night. Hopefully it doesn't get anything wrong.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you. Thumbs up.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands.
Okay, you know what? I can see why they were really losing it over the S's. At first it was fine, but it's kind of starting to be very apparent.
The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
God, I delayed this quest because I know there's a hard part. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure this quest is gonna be so long because this is like a whole storyline, and the thing that I was preparing for is a whole different storyline, and oh no, how many hours am I gonna take on this quest? No. It's fine. I'll win. I will succeed. I'm a bit worried on what Ari could have been posting and reposting. It seems, especially considering you take it back, you don't want to actually know. How bad is it?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please,
Bruh.
be careful during your investigation.
How dare you?
If you need any help, just come find me.
You dare say that like I did not fight a bunch of Fatui harbingers? How dare you? No, could you imagine I say, yeah, actually, like, some of the grunts are harder than the actual harbinger. That would be hilarious.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back.
You know what you did? You deserve better. I feel like I am. I don't feel like I know I'm missing like a part of the story.
Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
I hated that. Anyway.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Fern, I really want to drink Coke. Do you also want to drink Coke? Do you want to have an addiction with Coke with me? The cold, crispy soda. Mmm, delicious. Huh? Ari, him. You know exactly who is him.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here.
The things on her head really remind me of like the Choi rings, and I kind of find it funny. It's just, I don't know. Wait, is it Choi? What is it called? No, not Choi. Tron. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, it reminds me of the Tron rings.
I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with a Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Knight say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements.
Except he's been gone for quite a while. There'd probably be a limited amount, and it could be like dried out or destroyed by, I don't know, dirt.
Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Wow.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Elemental sight.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Never mind, it's just the Master of the Night Wind thing.
Here, give me your hand.
Or, okay, apparently not anymore. Why did we do it so slowly? We're like expecting to die to get yeeted into the sun.
How about now?
What do you see?
I can see the trail now.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too.
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
She looks so unimpressed. And we're like, hee hee. Wow.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
What do you mean? You're coming with us. What do you mean us two?
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Ooh.
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Okay, I just didn't want to like accidentally cut off dialogue. Why are we stopping?
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Why is there question marks?
But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns, but given the looks on their faces just now...
Oh. Okay, so I guess she actually isn't as young as people were saying. She is kind of like Farazan. I keep going back between she is actually young and she just has like an old energy to her, which is why people call her Granny. And the other option is she's old, but she just looks young, kind of like Madame Farazan. This is saying this piece of evidence is saying no, she is like Madame Farazan. Why am I saying Madame Farazan? Dang it, Farazan. But she's pretending that she's as young as everyone else, but she isn't.
Perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Guys, everyone's just confused. Hmm.
Huh?
Oh, is it because she shared her senses with us and then we ended up hearing her thoughts?
Was that Seat Lally's voice?
Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. It must be a side effect of the spell she just cast. I'm adding words that are not there. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I said the other traveler line. Oh well.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So we can hear her thoughts through telepathy. Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Satali.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Poor, she's just like, yeah, you know what? We're doing good. No, it's because we can hear thoughts. This is the reason why. You bet, just leave it to us. Dang.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go
No,
take a
I'm
look.
just kidding, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
That little brat, I swear. I just hope he hasn't gotten himself into any real trouble.
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wow.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
The way the skirt just splayed out was very satisfying, but doesn't make sense how it did that.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him, fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death.
Oh my.
But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
Wow.
No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Guys, pretty much just confused. Yes, I was. Wow. Okay, I was really hoping there would be something in there, but okay, I guess not. Okay, no. I can't see anything. Yeah, no. Okay.
There are traces of people staying here too.
God, I really want...
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
Huh.
Wow.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
And then Paimon's face. She heard everything.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Auron found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Sitali looks wait, no, it's not Sitali, right? Sitlali? That's how it is. I've been pronouncing it wrong. Sorry. Sitlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Auron was being held by the Fatui. So given the differential in... Why did I say differential? Given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Oh well.
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Okay, well thank you, Car. I think she's gonna go in a direction she thinks that Auron is in, and when she sent us the direction. Can the cars, I swear, I hate them so much. And I think she's sending us to the route where she thinks the Fatui went, so that she can at least speak to Auron before us.
Auron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Ah, you little brat.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Sitlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways?
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Sitlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Wait, we can speak to her? Oh, I'm doing that. Who cares about the actual Archon quest? We can speak to her.
Don't think there's anything here. How about we check out somewhere else?
Oh, okay. I guess I was wrong about her sending us to the wrong way. Okay, guess we are going the right way.
I'll catch up. Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Someone needs assistance.
I'm laughing. The stupid Mora line, ley line being right there, it's funny. There are traces of pollution. I've heard them say it so many times that I still don't know how to say it here, but...
Did you find something?
I found some traces of pollution, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. so we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here.
The dune can jump quite high.
That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either.
You can see the stupid Mora line and the local boss. Look up.
But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Paimon's right. This is extremely strange. Also.
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
That is concerning to always just randomly hear a voice in your head. And no wonder why he's like, excuse me. He's like, huh? Whose voice was that just now? Oh, he's gonna do the same thing as Sitlali, where he kind of just appears. Is Paimon just like perfectly behind us, or did she disappear? No, she's gone. Oh. Oh my. Huh? Why am I hearing things? Oh, I got teleported. Why? The Night Kingdom. How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Yeah, this is Auron, but like, Traveler, punch him. It's a threat. Trust me. Anyone who kidnaps you and teleports you somewhere deserves a good punch. Traveler, use your instant, you have fight or flight skills, and choose fight. Punch him.
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment.
Dang.
And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
Why was he staring straight past us that entire time until like that moment? Ugh. The design is certainly a choice. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Okay, I was confused because I was like, I had seen Auron's design because of the marketing, and I was like, those boots, those are not his, but like it has to be Auron speaking. I've literally seen the stupid trailer. Okay, it was both the captain and Auron. I cannot believe I have been deceived to go to a meeting. This is unfair. Rage. It's the captain. He's probably gonna have a voice line right now, but like, I love the voice actor for the captain so much. He's just, I just love his work. It's like, so it's like, he has such a unique voice. It's like so cool.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Yay.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
Bruh. You're saying some very concerning things about me, and I am not, I do not approve.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So you are working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Okay, so based on like the trailer for this, what's it called? For like the 5.1 update, which had obviously this Act 3 in it, I'm pretty sure he's kind of like Arlecchino in Natlan, which is like he's trying to help save the nation. Obviously, he's still part of the Fadui, but he does want to actually help save the nation, so that's good too. That's good. I do believe. The Traveler is probably not going to believe, but that's fine.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
Because like it's like, yeah, he fought with Malvika, but at the same time, Arlecchino was like directly threatening Farina, even though she wanted to help save Fontaine, because a lot of the people of her house are from there. So yeah, I don't know.
If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Paimon's gonna be freaking out.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Dang, we just died in front of her, and she's like, oh my god. I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all. Dang. What a rude way to ask for a meeting. Like, the audacity.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
I saw a rat and I screeched and fell over. That's totally what happened.
See, Lolly, he froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did, but should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Sitlali right now, but that'll mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Night Wind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else. Dang, I'm speaking so much for the Traveler.
You should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
I actually quite like that the Traveler has like a lot to say, even though technically he's just thinking it. But it's just like, yay, more Traveler.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks everyone, I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
Alright, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Aurora is probably being held inside.
Dang, we're gonna raid the base. Poor Fatui. But at the same time, the Fatui are kind of crap. Like, okay, well, no, they're not kind of crap. They are crap. Because, like, obviously, each of the previous nations, except for Fontaine, terrible things, horrible people. But in Natlan, at least the captain's trying to help, Natlan based on, like, so far in the Archon quest in the trailer. But in the region, they kidnap, you can see them that they kidnap, like, a bunch of Saurians. So, no, they are still crap. Anyway, continuing on.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all.
What a unique, like, hairstyle. Like, isn't that, like, literally, like, the symbol of, like, their Saurian bat?
But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Dang. We were invited to a meeting, and now before we go to that meeting, we're gonna beat up their employees. What a unique way to... Yeah, I can run there.
I'll catch up. Get down!
Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no, this is literally what I was talking about. This is where they literally had all the Saurians they kidnapped. Bruh.
Look over there.
Huh? I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
Dang. How are we gonna explain, like, yeah, I know we were supposed to have a meeting, but there's no way we could have dissuaded her from destroying this camp. So sorry for beating up, your employees.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroron. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in Night Kingdom earlier.
Alright, we'll take the lead.
Also, he was there and all the Saurians are kidnapped there? Wow. Shaking my head. See, that is kind of like the symbol. Oh, the captain. I saw fur.
Hey, quit daydreaming.
Oh.
Don't you have work to do?
Oh, in fact, it was an agent who also has fur. You know what? I got duped. That was sad.
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
You know, typically that's like people exaggerating what they'll say, but honestly, with what I've heard from Citlali, it is honestly quite possible that she might try to do that.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts.
She's going to decimate them on her own.
On my count. 3, 2, 1!
Whoa! Oh, She just left us behind.
Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
I must leave no stone unturned.
We gotta get rid of the healer. Okay. Run! Hit him with a pyro.
Nice and spicy. Let her rip.
No, Katrina, you were supposed to get off way before that. It's very weird that you didn't do that.
Let's light it up.
I was trying to get them both with that, but stupid shields.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Wait, he's just there. Oh wait, I'm using a position from. Oh wait, can I just? You're just watching us, huh? How rude. You can, you know, stand up and fight. I know you're helping them, but like still.
Leave it all to me.
The audacity this man has. Oh, there's more. Oh, get rid of. Where is he? No, he is a problem if he gets his shield up because I have pyro characters and Geo is not enough. But Geo guy, I have a Claymore and Geo characters is fine, and the Animo guy, he's just easy.
Steady as stone.
Wait, did he heal? The Geo guy? Is that actually something he can do? Where did he go? Oh. Is he actually healing, or is that just like the animal color? Yeah, come over here. We're gonna beat up your friends in front of you. See what you're doing? See the issues you caused?
Steady as stone.
You can't run! Well, I miscalculated.
Ha!
Auroron!
Granny.
I'm crying at how he said that.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Oh! Nah, we're leaving him with the Fatui. The offense. I know I am also incredibly old. Because, yeah, but like, how dare you? How dare you? Gramps. The audacity. If I made cupcakes, would you have some? What kind of cupcakes? Like, I'm assuming it's gonna be like the funfetti ones, huh? Okay, well, you don't have to be rude. You know what? Because you said, duh. No, I'm having none. No cupcakes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The audacity! Wow, I see how it is. Then I'm going to go ahead and buy a big bottle of Coke for just myself and none for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what you get for having teriyaki without me, supposedly, in the future. Then you're gonna decorate my entire room Christmas? Wow. Then I'm going to shave your cat, but not entirely. I'm gonna leave out shapes of like a Christmas tree on her side, maybe like a little present on the other side, so she'll be bald except for those two little patches of fur. You're gonna shave my cat like a lion? Wow. Honestly, while it wouldn't look good, it would look better than your cat still. What else can I do? I am going to ban your cat from my room. She will not have access to anything inside my room. She will not be allowed to sleep in my room. She cannot look outside the window and feel the wind in my room. Nothing.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
The audacity this man has. It's on borderline the same audacity, if not less, than Fern's audacity.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
No.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Bruh. You cannot say that after calling me Gramps. It's deserved.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
The way he talks definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to keep things a secret, and even said it would be for Citlali's sake. God, that was a lot. I should have breathed in between these two sentences. I made it into a run-on sentence. It's fine. So you treat everyone like they're your Gramps and Grannies?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron?
He's like, dang it. I was so close to freedom.
Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake.
Dang. No peace for him.
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Oh, wow.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance.
Wow.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
He just flat out, yes.
So why did you do it?
Because
Did he ever, I don't know if he ever actually thought of an excuse for that.
they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Okay, you know what? That's a good excuse.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value, and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Nightwind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening.
Ding.
Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Bruh.
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh?
No.
You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui.
Imagine he actually did the 3 warnings, then she's like, excuse me. Wow.
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Oh. Okay.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lali's safety.
Yes.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
She will.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now.
Wow.
Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
The audacity. This new grandson of mine is way too polite. No, we sent him into the sun for calling me Gramps. Okay, I know about the meeting. Chill. That look on his face, he's probably trying to remind me about my promise. Dang, I didn't promise anything. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd... Ugh. God, I know how to read, I swear. I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Citlali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler? What? That captain?
Keep your voice down, Paimon, I swear.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you?
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more information.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Oh my god, I've been streaming for 2 hours and I don't think we're close to the part that it's super long and cannot be stopped midway. Oh my god. I really hope I don't have to, what's it called? Split this act into 2 parts and do only like 1 part today. With how long it's taking, and I think it's like a lot more parts before the super long and hard part. I'm not sure, because I do have potential plans to eat with family, so it's not even like I don't want to do it all today. It's just like maybe I cannot. Oh, that's really unfortunate because I would be able to do it tomorrow. It's just that I wanted to stream something else tomorrow. So I might have to do only 1/2 of the act today. Chill, you're fine. Anyway. Oh, this is unfortunate. What is it? For tomorrow? Yeah. Not today. So we can hear what Paimon has to say. Oh, nothing. Dang. I went over here for nothing. The audacity. Oh. I thought we were just gonna... Yeah, no, that makes more sense, but I thought he kind of like went more over here. Yeah, okay, actually that does make sense. Okay, I actually teleported to a really good place.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever.
Hush. Thank you, Noelle, for getting stuck on a tree like that. I'm trying to see if I can see them before I even get close enough to trigger the quest. Okay, I think they might be around the other side. That's a bit unfortunate. No, it's in there, like the little hidey hole. Okay, no. You just don't see them, I don't think. Quite unfortunate. Yeah. Rip. I'm going to be right back. Sorry about that. I was asking about the plans for eating, and yeah, in like an hour I'm gonna go ahead and eat with my family. So we are not finishing the quest today, which is really unfortunate. I really thought I would be able to do it today. So I'll do like the first half where it's just like all story. I'll do that all today, and then tomorrow I'll finish it with like the really hard part that I was preparing for. I really thought this was only gonna take like 5 hours, but then to be fair, 5 hours. Well, I guess even then I wouldn't have finished, huh? Because it would only be 1 more hour of streaming. And then that means it's like a 3-hour stream rather than a 5-hour stream. Dang, I was cursed from the very start. Unfortunate. Okay.
I'll catch up.
Move my mouse.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
Just spawned out of nowhere.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Ugh, and what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
Rip. Calling them out.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
No.
Well, I could.
He said I could, doesn't mean I will. Let's get straight to the point. What's the purpose of this meeting? No, nothing else. Oh.
It's all clear. Over to you.
Over to you? Is he gonna also spawn out of nowhere?
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Okay, he did. Dang. Paimon didn't scream, but scream with Oron? Wow. I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
Of course, Child would say that.
If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person.
In fact, it was the colleagues who were the unreasonable people. The unreasonable people.
And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
Wow.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, All of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
Oh wait, this mask, I thought it was like the headpiece and then like a flat piece of black to just fully block out his face. No, this is a face forming one. That must be kind of like suffocating. Well, no, unless it's like a fake face. If it's like a face mask where it has like a fake face and you can still like fully, your head actually just only goes to here, then I guess not.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation, man.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making that decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan? Thank you, Cars, for interrupting this quite lureful moment.
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Is this about the Saurians? Oh no, Sitlali probably figured it out. She's not dumb.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Dang.
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
It's Sitlali.
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Oh, yes. Punch him. I'm also gonna get punched, aren't I? I agreed to this plan. Dang. She full on decimated him.
See, Lolly, when did you get here?
Yeah, no, she's not dumb.
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
He's just dead. Right there.
How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh! And now you're talking back.
Ooh.
Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
She's about to actually commit murder.
Wait, see, Lolly, please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child who is a full-grown adult.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me?
We prevented a murder.
You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
From murderous to... Okay, you know what? I'm pretty chill again. Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment, but if Auroron's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Why is he smiling at me like that? Is it because we prevented him from being murdered? Actually, that probably is it. The general at the labyrinth. Ooh, that isn't... Some of the names of the achievements are so cool. Nah, I'm gonna walk over there just in case.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it!
She really couldn't keep silent. Her anger. She couldn't. I know how to speak, I swear. She was so angry. She couldn't keep it in control. I really struggled at speaking there, and it's so bad, I swear. Please, I'm not this bad.
Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Don't know wall. Looks like Auroron has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Dang.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
Does he want us to say something? Excuse me. No, I'm not getting in between this.
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
Oh. Ha 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 ha. It's fine.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Dang.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You.
She's gonna murder him.
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me?
She's losing it.
You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables. I don't need anything from you.
Oh.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
The friend who delivers his vegetables to her. I'm assuming based on what we heard.
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, If you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Huh? There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
Why is it so quiet?
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
Oh, okay, so it was intentional. he just casually left his body.
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
No.
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've gotta go.
Ah! Dang. Not him casting an illusion of himself and running away.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's the same thing that she did earlier.
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Actually, I really like her character. I think the design is something I'm not gonna really speak on. It's things that are always mentioned, but her character itself is really funny. Auron, the design is really bad, and honestly, it doesn't really match the character all that well. We're not going to speak about this. Just continue the quest as far as I can.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us about anything about his... What? What did I just say? He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals. Did I say that the first time around and then just died? What happened?
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial.
But it would have been a higher guarantee than you interrupting.
Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Auroron would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster just to approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Auroron's stubbornness has hurt Citlali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. Thank you, Car, for trying to comfort her. What was all that about Auroron's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Dang, okay, I thought she would actually be explaining on the way. Guess not.
catch up.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
Paimon's got a secret food fund, so she can do the honors.
How did this become Paimon's bill?
Do you see how she is? Comfort her, Paimon. Take the fall.
See, Lolly looks quite down on herself. Alright. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that?
Yeah, Paimon, you literally only buy food for yourself and an occasional gift. Otherwise, I'm the one paying for everything. I'm pretty sure you get like an allowance since I'm the one who's doing all the work. Am I paying you? Is that how this works?
So you can just sit back and enjoy, Sweet Lolly. Paimon will take care of it.
Yes.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
No, we want to treat you to a meal. That's what Paimon wanted to do, right, Paimon?
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
I'll catch up.
Sorry, I was like going there because I was like, wait a second, was he always there? Yeah, I guess so. He was just an NPC that I somehow managed to just like not see before. Shaking my head. I don't know why it told me to go this way. Oh, that's a door over there. Right, in the actual event. Not the event, the Archon quest. These were open so that the people can go through. Wow! Very cool. No, not. She's also a drunkard. Every region has one.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
She is very drunk. Dang.
Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Ultra drunk. Dang.
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have! Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Sitlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know? I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
I knew it. She is like Faruzan, except I obviously only like appearance-wise, where they appear to be younger, but they're actually a lot older. The reasons why is probably not the same, considering Faruzan had like a Sumeru based thing where like she got stuck in a puzzle of King Deshret and that kept her alive for over 100 years. It's probably like very different for Sitlali. But yeah. Very interesting.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh my.
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
Alright, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
Oh no. Oh my.
Sitlali?
She's completely unresponsive.
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Sitlali? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
Rip.
I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Sitlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Who, me?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Hi. Well, you kind of just lost the drunk ramblings of an old person. I don't even know.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Rip eyeballs, they are going to dry out. You came in the most weird context? Yeah.
Behind this pitch black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Oh, okay. So, she got extremely drunk, fell asleep with her eyes open, and is now unconsciously saying, like, a prophecy. That's wonderful.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Oh, dang. Rip. Rip brain.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
I'm pretty sure it's only Silali who's like that. And honestly, that might be for the best.
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Sidlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
Oh my. I want to do that. Sounds fun. I don't think it sounds very fun. Your poor eyeballs are gonna dry out if you could do that. Red, the color of danger has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Whose eyes?
Huh?
Oh my god, she just awakened. Nah, you'd win. You are the same person who panicked about wisdom teeth, and now you're saying, nah, my eyeballs, they don't need hydration. Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
The design is so pretty. Yeah, a lot of people thought she was gonna be, someone like, how do I say it? Like, thought she would be like albino, with like the fact that she got leaked to have like really pale, really white, like whitish hair. So they're like, oh, is she gonna be albino? But no, she isn't. But I didn't care for her surgery. It's just teeth that freak me out. Oh, I thought she was. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't really ever explicitly say she is, and she doesn't really get... Oh, how do I say this? She isn't albino. She is just a Genshin character who fits with the Genshin design choices that tend, but also she just resembles like she would be one, but no, this is just Genshin's design. They just love making characters extremely pale. And they also like giving white hair, so unfortunately, no.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Did they actually like do that noise? Oh my god. The way I panicked for a second at that noise, because I'm like, oh god. Was that my cat? Was that the game? But then I'm like, no, that doesn't sound like my cat. It's the game. That's what you get for chugging a bunch of bottles of alcohol.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Not you panicking, but not getting a bucket.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was
Oh my god.
close one.
It's like the burps before the vomit. Dang.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
Yeah, all that food would have barf on them. Disgusting. Stop. I didn't know this was happening.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up. Not once.
We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Get her some water with salt, please? Is that actually a way to like combat hangover symptoms, or like just like vomit, or to sober her up, or all of the above perhaps? I don't know.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
It's for nausea. Interesting.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
I assure you, I would not think any differently, especially in comparison to other characters who, after a few days of meeting me, is like, yeah, can you help me fight in a war, a civil war against our god? We're not taking no as an answer. We're actually going to emotionally manipulate you into doing that. Sorry, but not sorry. We are just thinking about ourselves. Hope we can be friends, though. That was ridiculous. I hated Inazuma for that. And the rage that I felt on like Traveler. No. Say no. Yeah, no, the worst part is that Inazuma was like the nation where he's like, no, I'm not even here. I don't want to do this civil war. I'm literally only here for like to meet the Archon and find my sister. No. Of course, then we proceeded to get emotionally manipulated into saying yes. So that's wonderful. And people question why I kinda dislike Ayaka. Because she was the mastermind in that plan. How rude.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the feeling too?
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, so Holly. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. You described the events that took place during Cars, I know you want a role in this story, but you don't have a role. Shame you almost puked in front of two randoms. Yeah. You describe the events that took place during Auron's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Citlali shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts. Oh, we're telling her about that. Yeah, sorry, we heard all your thoughts during that. We're gonna die.
So, you heard my
thoughts.
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
Yes.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me?
She's about to lose it.
Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much!
Rip her.
It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
Okay, so with how she said that, I'm pretty sure that happened to her. Two of which I would also die of embarrassment and will never be seen by the world again.
So that, happens to you a lot?
Yeah.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Wow. Are you okay? You look dejected. It's almost like we told her that we heard all her thoughts.
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
She has lost her will to live.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Oh my god. Where? What am I investigating? Is it underneath? Is that what it is? Oh, a Mora chest. I see. I'm going to ignore that. Anyway. I thought I was going insane. I get so lost in there so easily.
Well, great view, right? I love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful!
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
But we just said nice things! We say nice things and she's about to cry. This is... We failed. We are horrible people, apparently.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry!
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time.
That is not a figure of speech. Especially the way you said it. It was not a figure of speech.
Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, It might as well be true.
Dang. Yeah, no, with Natlan, everything is like recorded in stories and is very well passed down. So typically that's like good for like a hero's reputation, but for someone like her who has an incredibly long lifespan, not so good for her because now she has a horrible reputation that she cannot get rid of. Dang. Rip.
But you're just a regular person.
Not to them.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Paimon's right. I find her scoldings to be quite amusing.
Huh. That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing.
Yes, you destroyed their dreams. Destroyed the dreams of children. I love that. You just boosted yourself in my eyes.
I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
Nah, we've seen her work. We know that she technically is a living legend.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Malika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child.
He was abandoned 500 years ago.
The reason being,
Dang.
his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune.
How do you just have an incomplete soul? How does that work?
No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom, wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroran, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroran escaped with his life. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroron would probably be dead.
You know, she definitely should have given her disapproval or approval. She shouldn't have stayed neutral on that one, but it's fine.
Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back!
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
I was not expecting that. I should have, but I was not prepared for the retching thing. Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
For giving us for what happened with the spirit speaker.
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Nice.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
We should be just up front with her.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's... go to bed.
Why did that make me yawn? That wasn't even like a good yawn. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop it there because I am going to have plans to eat with my family at like 4, and I don't want to start the next part of the quest and stop midway of it. This is like we just finished one part, so it's a good time to stop because yeah. It's only 8 minutes until 4, so just overall, it's a good time to stop. I will finish the Archon Act 3 of the Natlan Archon quest tomorrow, and I will complete it then. I will do the challenge run of only Animo characters on Monday instead. I was supposed to do it tomorrow, but obviously if I'm doing the Archon quest tomorrow, then I'm gonna do it on Monday instead. Oh, maybe do I want to do it on Monday? I'll figure it out. But yeah, tomorrow I will go ahead and do the rest of this quest. Yes. Let me quickly see how many primo gems I got from the quest so far. It's very important that I know. 175. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. But, yeah, thank you for coming. Dang, I had a lot of stress for today because I thought it was gonna be a lot shorter of a quest. I didn't realize that they made this quest to be like ultra long. But unfortunately, that's what happened. I should have expected it though, considering Fontaine and the first 2 acts of this quest, but oh well, we'll just do it tomorrow. Goodbye.